I said yes too quickly when you said it's all quantitative research, because I think that distinction between quali and quanti is something that is felt more by quali researchers than quanti researchers. Right. That actually much of what we do as quantitative researchers is intensely qualitative. So to come back, and we'll come back in a moment to the time use stuff, which is what I went back to when I left. But the time use stuff actually gets people to use their own words to explain what they're doing in their daily lives. And that's quali material, not quanti. We make quantitative use of that.
Yes.
Of that qualitative material. But that's what quali researchers always do. I mean, because ultimately, okay, you want to talk to a person and explain what that person is thinking, feeling, and try to understand why. But as soon as you've got not one person but 5 people, you eventually end up making quanti statements. 3 out of the 5 said this, 2 out of the 5 said the other. And as soon
so
as
what does qualitative mean? What are the different?
Well, I think that this, and I don't want to get too deeply into this because I'm possibly a bit prejudiced about it, but my feeling is that there's an unhealthy trend in British sociology that has rejected quantitative research in favour of quali research for unworthy reasons.
Yeah.
Now, I of course understand that trying to understand what people are doing and saying in a properly qualitative way is the essence of any serious social science. But I then want to generalise from that qualitative understanding to understand what's going on among different social groups and in a population as a whole.
Because within the field, what does it actually mean, qualitative and quantitative research?
It means
which one's which? Qualitative.
Quali means small scale.
Yeah.
It means structure for discussion rather than predefined questionnaires. It means limited categorized answers as against extended discursive explanations.
Which one's which?
That's quali.
Limited ones.
Qualitative takes small samples.
Yeah.
The samples are at best structured, purposive, stratified, and but very often simply convenience samples. You know, you just grab the first person you find and ask them questions. Prejudice there. So the sampling is not such that you can easily make generalizations, and the questioning follows a less predetermined course than quanti does, and that the answers to the questions are more discursive and less specific, with the result that it becomes difficult to generalise from the rich descriptions that you undoubtedly get from qualitative research.
And quantitative, my experience is surveys, isn't it?
It means surveys or other sorts of structured instruments with, for academics, with representative samples that are normally probability
and the BHPS,
samples.
Surely was that, given that it had survey questionnaires?
It is definitely quanti, but various people use it very appropriately for quali purposes.
Right.
That's to say, each time we talk to the people, we say, would you mind if we got back in touch with you, if we put someone in touch with you to do this or that? And various quali researchers come to us to say, I would like to talk to a group of people who have stepchildren,
Right.
for example. And we can identify a group of people who have stepchildren, and we find out which among those people have said they are willing to be contacted for these purposes. And then we take a random group of those.
That's brilliant. That's very
So,
helpful.
so then we get quali research done on a sample that we can then place precisely in the, and it's that combination of quanti and quali that is real serious social